See, it's just that I can't even show you the view, but yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice today. And the view I'm looking at is pretty nice. I mean, right here on office space. So today we are here at office space, and I'm looking at the view. I can't share it with you because of the lighting distortion, so it won't be as effective. So you probably just need to trust me that the view is amazing. I'm sitting across windows, and I'm here at office space, co-working space, and so it's beautiful. I mean, who wouldn't want to work with such a view, right? Okay, so I hope I am streaming now. Let me just double check this. Oh yeah, we're live. Oh, we're live actually. I didn't know we were live. Okay, so welcome guys. Today is Tuesday. Today I've been having a tech moment. It's been crazy, but you know what? We're here and we're doing the thing, so that is okay. So today I wanted us to take the time to really just, okay, I don't know where all this tech is going right now. I'm having a bit of a moment, okay? Okay. I don't know where, okay, so we're like, okay. Okay, so of course we're trying to make this Tuesdays more of investment Tuesdays, where we're talking about investing, we're talking about shares, we're talking about the stock market, and of course as the year goes we'll keep introducing more and more courses for you guys. But today it's pretty interesting. I mean, I got the newspaper today and I can see that naturally the stock market has been having a moment, making some noise. There are two or three articles in relation with the stock market, so that's fantastic. And so yeah, we're going to get into it now. One of the questions that I often get asked a lot is, how much do brokers charge? How much does the user charge? How much will it cost me to open a brokerage account or to actually start investing in the stock market? So how much will it cost you? This is something that we are going to talk about today. What is the cost of investing in the stock market? Is it really affordable? And let me know in the comment section if you can hear me or not, because that's the way we are going to be interacting. But yeah, is it affordable? How much does it cost? Because you have to know before you get into something, how much will it cost me? How much will it cost for me to start this project and see it to completion? Even if you are planning on investing, how much will it cost me to invest? And so yeah, how much is it going to really cost you? So when you get started on the stock market, of course, we've been talking about investing in the stock market, and if you've missed some of the videos, you can check them out on YouTube, but also just keep tuned in to Tribe page and pages and my pages. You will be seeing something interesting coming up very soon. We're going to be talking about the stock market, of course, right? So you'll be charged about 1.375% of the transaction amount. So if you are going to buy shares worth 10,000 kwacha, so if we calculate that 10,000 kwacha, 1.2%. Let me just get my phone and calculate that. Okay, here we go. Here's my phone. Get me here. So if you are going to buy shares with 10,000 kwacha on the stock market, and the fee is 1.375%, you will pay 135 kwacha for that transaction. So if you usually for me, what happens is I will be like, okay, I want to buy shares in X company at this price, and then I'm going to give instruction like this is the amount of money. So everything must fit in this amount. Or sometimes they'll tell me, okay, so this will be the fee, then I'll add it on separate. So it really depends on what it is you are planning to do. But the key thing is also getting in touch with your broker. Now, the Luce has brought up the Luce app. Now, naturally, I want to try it out, and I'm actually just uploading my information right now. It took me a minute to get into it because of my previous experience on their app, and right now I don't know if I even want to talk about the app that much. But I think there's a way, even if you're using the app, to actually buy shares on the stock market, and you don't really have to think about the cost, or everything is kind of calculated in the back end. That's what happened for the first app. I mean, I just put a figure and everything was done. So naturally, that's what happens, because they do get a percentage out of everything you're going to do at the end of the day. So what is it going to cost you? So the first thing is you're going to pay a percentage fee towards to your broker or your brokerage firm. And then what else will it cost you? So after that, it's going to really be how much money do you want to buy the shares for. So even before you pay the broker, you have to know how much money am I going to spend in this section, or in this transaction. So if you're going to spend 10,000 kwacha, you want to buy shares worth 10,000 kwacha, and that's the only amount of money you want to put aside. You'll be like, okay, so 10,000 kwacha is going to investing in the stock market today. And so they will calculate everything for you, and then they will deduct the fees, and then everything else will go towards your purchase of the shares. So even if you are selling your shares, it's most likely the same thing, because it is per transaction. So for each transaction, you are paying a percentage of the transaction amount. So that is what actually it will cost you, in the sense of paying another entity or another person. It will cost you about 1.35% to invest in the stock market. Now, if you are looking to get started on the stock market, there are 5 major steps that you need to take. So the first step, and if you checked out today's newspaper, which was interesting, as if they knew we were talking about investing on the stock market today, they give 5 steps, which is also on the website, on how you can invest in the stock market. The first step naturally is to get a broker. Actually, before you open anything, get a broker, find a broker, and choose from the broker that's listed on the stock market. So how many brokers do you have on the stock market? So naturally you have 8 brokers. Yeah, 8 brokers. And so all these brokers are available for you to choose from. You can pick based on market information, you've interacted with them, or you've heard from somebody who's interacted with them, their feedback on where they're located, ease of access, how responsive are they to you. I mean, for me, those are things that really matter. So you pick from the brokers that are available. And step 2, you open a brokerage account. So a brokerage account or a CSD account with your broker. Now, for me, when you're going to do it, the people who obviously be transacting on the app, even though they don't have a brokerage account, and they will do that, and it's easy, they're able to transact. But I always say this, when you really read so many articles about trading on the stock market, they always say open a brokerage account. So for me, I think I like to see that there are steps being taken for opening a brokerage account. I'm not just assuming that because I'm on an app, then and I've transacted and the account is already open. I don't know. I just don't like money being complicated, or investments being complicated, because already as it is complicated, right? So I don't like it to add an extra layer of complexity. So I would say just pick a brokerage account, open a brokerage account, and then you start transacting. So that is step number 2. Let me know what you think. Are these steps that you have done before, and are they doable for you? How is it going for you so far? So yeah, I'm trying to get to the comments and see what you guys are saying. But yeah, okay. So let's keep going. Um, how much does it cost? Because so let's keep going. So how much will it cost you? What? Yeah, not how much will it cost you, but yes, there are 5 steps. The second step is opening an actual trading account, which we've spoken of. The third step is selecting an investment asset. So selecting an investment asset, by this we mean what do you want to invest in? You obviously, for you to get onto the stock market, you're like, okay, I want to know what shares are available, and you know what the shares are available. So now you're like, okay, I want to invest in X, Y, and Z um, stock or shares. And so once you have opened an account, you kind of have an idea. And even if you don't, your broker is going to advise you on, um, possible options. However, you also have to know how to select which one fits your goal and where you are and where you want to go. You know what I mean? So you have to know what the stock market is and what it means for you to invest in the stock market. So then the next step from there is submitting a buy order through the broker. So a buy order is really giving instruction about buying on the stock market, like what share do I want to buy, and this is what I want to buy for this amount of money. Could you buy this stock at this price? And so because it's a bidding process, you also want to make sure that it's something that is enticing. I mean, you're buying from somebody, and so you have to make it pretty attractive, right? If so, nobody's offering their shares, increase your price a bit. I don't know, but that's what I would do. Then the next step is transaction completion and ownership transfer. So after you buy your shares, there is also the completion. That it's about 3 days for this entire transaction to go through. So assuming that your purchase is successful, right, and you have managed to place a bid and the bid is successful, you have about 3 days for this transaction to go through. So the money leaves your account, goes into the clearing section, and then after that it is passed on to the seller or the buyer. So if you're buying, it leaves your account, goes to clearing, then goes to the seller. So from what I gather, it is about 3 days, 3 business days to get this transaction done. So let's just say within a week, if your bid has been successful, you will be able to you'll be able to complete the transaction where ownership of shares changes, and also the funds change hands. So those are the 5 steps. Now, talking of the stock market, the newspaper today has pretty cool feedback about the stock market. It's been having activity, particularly when we talk of ZCC and in relation with the Mopani move. I mean, it's been getting the market really excited. I was also wondering, what does this mean? So what do I do? Do I invest in this one or not? Or is this making this company more attractive or not? So those are questions that we all ask ourselves as we're trading on the stock market. I mean, when I have shares in a particular organization, you have no idea how much I pay attention. Unless maybe something is really like distracting me, but I pay attention to that company. What is that company doing? Where is it going? Is it a growth-oriented company? Has it reached its mature phase? Is it a startup company? If so, am I investing for the long term or short term? These are things that you need to ask yourself. So, what makes you invest in one company, in one stock over the other? Those are things that you also need to think about. So also, I want us to look at reasons I wouldn't invest in the stock market, or people don't invest in the stock market. Now, there's so many reasons why you wouldn't want to invest in the stock market, but I gathered a few. So I'm just looking for my list right now. I gathered a few reasons why people don't invest in the stock market. I mean, there's so many other reasons, but these are the few reasons that I think actually make sense. I know we spoke of them earlier, but I just want to speak about them again because I think it's important to note, is this a potential challenge that you're facing, and that what's preventing you from getting onto the stock market? So that's something we have to think about. So I'm just trying to get this list, and so we just see if we can actually get it rolling. So let me just get this list. But as well, we're waiting for this list, you can let me know in the comment section, how's your day going, or what holds you back, what's holding you back. Okay, so my network is skipping a bit, but yeah, let's see. Okay, just give it a minute and then we see. So my network is skipping a bit, but I know the first reason most people don't invest in the stock market and why I would have a problem with investing in the stock market is, number one, is a lack of knowledge. I mean, the stock market is very, very different from what we used to. And it's interesting to note that we're always learning what is the stock market presenting, what opportunities are open for the stock market, in the stock market. So it's a lack of knowledge that would prevent me from investing in the stock market. These are things that would make me stand back in when considering to invest in the stock market. If I didn't know what I know about the stock market now, I wouldn't invest, because the lack of knowledge is something that really, I think, would hinder me from getting into the stock market. Number one is the stock market is a pretty different space. It's not something I would traditionally be drawn to. So unless I know more about it, I wouldn't invest in the stock market. So the first thing, or the first reason I wouldn't invest in the stock market is due to insufficient knowledge. So when you think of the stock market, you're like, buy shares. So what is that? What is going on? And so had I not known about the stock market, I wouldn't invest in the stock market. That's my number one reason that would hold me back from investing in the stock market. And yeah, I think that is, for a lot of people, it is the same. Lack of knowledge will prevent you from investing in the stock market. So get knowledge. I mean, naturally, who would want to invest in something that, I'm not saying you need to know all the information, but you need to know a significant amount of information. You need to have some understanding about this type of product you're investing your money in, because it's your money, and you don't want to lose it. So you need to know, what is the stock market? What's the idea behind it? What is the economic activity? And by the way, when you're thinking of how to make money, to prevent yourself from getting into funny schemes, I always ask myself, what's the economic activity? How is money being made? So when you think of the stock market, is how you ask yourself, how is the money being made? So when you know all these things, this helps you to actually decide whether the stock market fits into your short-term, long-term, or medium-term goals, and also how you can get started. So number one is the lack of knowledge and understanding. The second reason I think I wouldn't invest in the stock market if I was starting up now would be fear of loss. Especially with the way 2023 was. 2024 started out, and it's post-COVID now, money is tight. Money has demands. There's no amount of money that doesn't have a requirement at this point. So fear of loss would be a big one for me. Fear of how much money am I going to lose in this excursion, in this exercise? And so that would be something that would prevent me from getting to the stock market. I don't know if that would be for you, but let me know in the comment section if it would be for you as well. So the fear of losing my hard-earned money is something that prevents me from even getting into certain investment options. And there's like, nah, this is too complicated, because I'm thinking, how much am I ready to lose this money? Whenever I'm investing, I'll think, am I ready to lose this money? If this investment doesn't work out, will I be okay with losing this money? So it's not that I am okay, completely okay with it, but it's that question to say, will I be emotionally disturbed? So until I reach that point where I'm not emotionally disturbed, then I actually won't put my money in that investment option. So the third reason is the perception of complexity. You think that it's complex. I mean, if I was deciding to get into the stock market today, right now, what would also hold me back is the thought of the assumption that it's complex. The stock market can seem complex and inaccessible, and we are hearing the words like dividends, shares, stock. What do these words mean? You know what I mean? Shares, stocks, and dividend payouts, and losses and profits, and share capital. Like, what do these words mean? You know, where do I find that balance to say, okay, this is what I understand? So usually when you hear these words, and you hear words like portfolios, you hear bonds, you hear stocks, and you're unfamiliar with these words, it seems complex, but it's really not. You just invest a bit of time and effort, and you will get to understand them a bit more. Now, the other reason that would also prevent me from getting into the stock market would be short-term thinking. Short-term thinking in the sense that, you know, nobody wants to wait a long time to get rewards or to get return on investment. Everybody wants short-term returns. If I can get returns real quick, that makes me a happy camper. And there's so many reasons for this. Naturally, of course, because if you're able to double your money or increase your money in a short period of time, you're able to do more with your money compared to waiting for a longer period of time before you actually can spend your money and do more with your money, right? So, and also because naturally in this moment, if you notice, we're kind of driven by instant gratification or immediate gratification. We want things instantly. We don't want to wait. What is waiting? You know, what is waiting? Give me this thing now, quickly, quickly, quickly. I want to get moving. So those are the reasons that would also hold me back. Short-term thinking. I mean, when you think of what do I want to find 10 years from now? I don't know. 10 years? What's that? That far? That long? But once you see, you know, just how 1 year goes by, you're like, okay, 10 of these is not so bad. So yeah, short-term thinking. Then trust issues and skepticism. So trust issues would hold me back. You know, all these reasons actually anchor on a lack of knowledge, in case you are noticing something, right? So trust issues would also affect how or when I get into the stock market. So this is what would also prevent me. If I was going to be starting the stock market now, I would have trust issues. Not that it's not even for a complex thing, but just for the simple thing that there's so many number of schemes or funny schemes, Ponzi schemes that have actually been on the market, and some are still there on the market. So with all of that, I think it would make me uncomfortable to actually get into the stock market investment space because of a lack of knowledge that would cause me to have trust issues. Even if it's unfounded, it would just be my personal thing. And I mean, all these stories of how people make losses or how people have lost money, even on the stock market, I mean, people do make losses when prices change or prices decrease from what you originally bought them at, or you don't get a dividend payout. Those are not exactly wins, right? So those would affect how much I trust the market, how much I trust that type of space. So that would hold me back. The other reason, of course, when we look at the sixth reason, which affects all of us is limited financial resources. So for some individuals, limited financial resources may hinder their ability to invest in the stock market, naturally, because right now every amount of money has a demand in your life. I don't know about you, but almost every penny, every coin, every way, every kwacha has a demand, right? And so to put aside that money and be like, okay, should I get into a space that I don't know anything about, risk my money? So if I was starting the stock market today, it would probably affect me, the fact that I have limited resources. Limited meaning everything has, like, if I'm not doing A with money, then I'll be doing B with the same money, right? And so because finances are limited, you don't want to put too much risk on it. And so I would probably be giving excuses like I don't have money, or which I've given before. I mean, there are years in the stock market that I haven't invested anything because I said, oh, money was tight, money was tight, money was tight. So limited financial resources also affect if you actually can get started on the stock market. So guys, let me know in the comment section, what is holding you back? What is holding you back from investing on the stock market? And if you're already invested in the stock market, what do you think would if you're already invested, what is slowing you down if you're slower? But if everything is okay, what would prevent you from getting in the stock market if you were to start today and you didn't know what you knew, you know? So yes, that is the reason. Now, I want to know your thoughts. So now that we have talked about, number one, how to set up the stock market, how to get started investing in the stock market, and reasons that you may not want to invest in the stock market, which, by the way, I can understand, because that would be me as well. So what information would you hope to hear so that you get started in the stock market? I think that's also a cardinal question. So as you're thinking about it, like, what would you like to know about the stock market if you wanted to get onto the stock market? That is a really important question, and it will be really, really helpful in really answering what is holding you back from getting on the stock market. Now remember, the stock market is just like any other investment vehicle. So it will do you a whole lot of good to understand it. And as you are thinking of what is the stock market, where can I get information about it, you should visit kwachatribe.com. I mean, you're on the Kwacha Tribe page, so you can actually visit kwachatribe.com and take a course there that is talking about investing in the stock market. Yours truly is going to be dropping as a course to help you get started. We will help you register a brokerage account. We'll help you get your first shares bought. So basically what we're going to be doing is, once you start that course, we're guaranteeing that you're going to be a shareholder by the end of the course. So that is something that we've been working on, and it's going to be dropping soon. So let me know in the comment section as well, if it's something that you'll be interested in. Just comment Kwacha stocks. Yeah, comment Kwacha stocks if this is something that you'll be interested in, and yeah, we see how that works out. So now let us look at what Kwacha Tribe is all about. So I'm going to play a video to explain what Kwacha Tribe is about, and to help us just really get started on what Kwacha Tribe is and how we can buy courses on the stock market. I mean, how we can buy courses on kwachatribe.com, particularly about the stock market. So let me just get this video. Otherwise, we will be okay. So I can't see this video for some reason. Okay, so I can't see this video. I was hoping to share this video with you, but I can't see it. But basically, it is what your tribe is about, and it helps us understand. Okay, since Culture Tribe is about courses, let's see real quick how to actually get a course on culturetribe.com so that we're able to learn about the stock market and get started. So let's see how we can actually do this. Okay, just a minute. There we go. Okay, so that was basically how to sign up. So we're going to be having a free version, a free trial version for a course on investing on the stock market. Basically, the course is going to be purchase stocks so that you're able to buy shares or stocks in the stock market. So those are the few reasons why I wouldn't get into the stock market if I was to start today and right now, right? But however, let me know what are the reasons or what are your reasons for not investing in the stock market right now. That's something that we want to know from you, and I think it would be really important and helpful to know why you wouldn't get into the stock market today. Okay, so interesting is the article on the price jump of ZCCM, and naturally because of Mopani. Now, let me read his story. Where has it gone? So it starts from the first page. Share price jumps at Mopani transaction. So if you've been following the news, there's been a transaction that is happening, or a change that's been happening, because ZCCM has managed to secure an equity partner. So I'll just read a paragraph of this. Last year, government announced it had found an equity partner for Mopani, IRH Limited, which has committed to inject $1.1 billion into the mine's development plan. Yesterday, the investment holdings share price appreciated on the Luce, going up by 5 kwacha to hit 47 kwacha from 42 kwacha per share. This was in response to the approval of the investment plan in Mopani. So these are the things that we talk about, that there's changes and shifts that happen once people hear news like this, because it's a different implications for some people, not everybody. For some people, they feel okay. So if these guys are investing in this, meaning that they are growing, they are doing something new, I want a piece of that action years down the line. Others are saying, okay, this is safe for me. I want to just buy and hold, and then when the time is right, I'm going to liquidate these shares, because obviously they will increase in value. So those are different reasons people would jump on this opportunity. But it's also important to know what would encourage you to get into a stock and what wouldn't. What are factors and what are not, because sometimes we'll be thinking one thing in our minds, but that's not exactly the reality. So that is on the share jump. So the ZCCM concludes due to sell 51% shares to IRH. So those are part of the reasons. Now tell me, guys, in the comment section or wherever, what do you think? How do you think the Lucy can help you with your savings? Do you think you can put your savings there? If so, why and how? If not, why? Why wouldn't you invest your savings? Now, I'm not saying you should put them or you shouldn't. I'm just curious about what would make you want to put your shares or not put your shares onto the Lucy. So yes, this week has been interesting for the Lucy because of the news that's been made. The Mopani share price jumps, and that is interesting. Now you won't find Mopani, let me say its full name, but Mopani, you won't find it on the stock market individually. Mopani is part of the ZCCMIH company, even on the Lucy. So those are companies that move together, right? So on the Lucy, when you see ZCCMIH, it's covering also Mopani. So when we talk about Mopani having all these deals and the share price jumps, you will see this being reflected in the share price of ZCCMIH, right? Yes. So that is what's happening on the Lucy. Let me know what your thoughts are. Would you invest on the stock market and grow your money, your savings? If so, also, what is holding you back from getting on the stock market? I've shared what would hold me back if I was going to start investing in the stock market today. But what is holding you back? I mean, what concerns do you have in connection with the stock market? That's something I think is really cardinal to note. Okay, do we have any comments? Let me look for comments here. Okay. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the stock market coverage, and hopefully we're going to keep meeting. Next week we're going to be quicker, of course, naturally. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in, guys. Remember, the stock market is a great place to create your wealth. One of the taglines when you get to the Lucy website is creating wealth in Zambia. So meaning it is a cardinal aspect of wealth creation. And so you don't have to get wealthy once you get into it. You don't have to get wealthy tomorrow. But obviously, give it some time and you'll be amazed with the results that will come out of it. But it is a great investment option to consider. All investments have risks. And as we go, I will keep talking about the risks involved with investing in the stock market. One of the risks, as much as the stock market helps us to protect our money from inflation, but one of the risks is systematic risks, of course, inflation being among them, because inflation can make the whole sector or the whole economy actually come down to its means. So inflation could be an issue, and that's something to think about. Let me know if you want to know what inflation is and how it affects the stock market or any other investments you may have going on currently. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. Thank you so much for taking the courses. I think that one is also cardinal to mention. Thank you for taking the courses and taking the time. Today is a chilly day, but it's good because we've had so much heat. The view here is amazing. I wish you guys could see it, but it won't because of the light from outside, so it just really obstructs you from appreciating the beauty I'm seeing. But this is here at office space on the 7th floor, and um, yeah, you should come and set up your office because it's plug and play, so it's very convenient. So make sure to sign up. You can get the contact details. I know there's some posts on the page talking about office space, co-working space. You can get those contact details and book a meeting. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on Thursday, on Tuesday. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.